everyone, my name is Janna Jihad and I'm 14 years old. I'm talking to you right now from the village of Nabi Saleh in Palestine. I'm also known for recording what happens here in Nabi Saleh and in Palestine, in which I started doing at the age of 7. I started documenting how we live as Palestinian children under the Israeli occupation, how we suffer, how our rights are getting violated, our childhood is getting violated. So, me and my friends, I have a lot of friends, so we usually like to sit with old people. We like to go and see our grandparents and things like that and hear their stories because it's part of our Palestinian history. So a lot of times when we sit with these old people, old beautiful souls and people, they usually tell us about when they were about our age. They tell us how they were living in their house with their beautiful family, having a lot of their beautiful friends and, neighbors in their big, beautiful house in Haifa or Akka or Lod or Jaffa, a lot of cities in Palestine or a lot of villages. And they would tell us that out of nowhere an occupier came and kicked them out of their houses and kicked them out of their lands and just took all their memories that they built in these places away from them. So they would tell us about that, and then they'd say we thought it was a matter of a couple weeks. Then a week became a month became a year became 72 years. So today it's been about 72 years since the Nakba had happened. Since about 1 million people were kicked out of their lands. Imagine how many children were in these 1 million of people. How many children lost their dolls, their toys, their family members, their parents, their friends. How many children became refugees. How many children just lost their lives due to this war and due to this occupation. So even in my village here in Nabi Saleh, we had this neighbor. She was a really old woman who she was a refugee. I think she came from a village called Beit Nabala, which is in historical Palestine, in the land that was occupied in the 48 places. So she would always come here and we would talk a lot, and she passed away just dreaming that she would go back to her land. She was about my age when she was kicked out, and then nothing happened. She didn't go back to her land. But hopefully the next generation would, and that's what we're aiming for. The next generation should go back to their land. She was dreaming on going back and seeing her land, her trees that she usually liked to plant, this beautiful place, this beautiful mosque that she used to always go to. Even me, as a person, as a Palestinian child, my house is in Nabi Saleh, as I said, and Nabi Saleh is only 30 minutes away from Jaffa. So in the morning, you can literally go to our roof in our house, and we can see the sea that we've never been to because of the occupation. We cannot go to the sea. I dream about the sea as a Palestinian child. I wish that I could go swim there, but I can never because of the occupation. And that's our life as Palestinian children. And yes, it's been happening from 72 years. Palestinian children are still, to this day, getting kicked out of their lands, getting kicked out of their houses. Their houses are getting demolished. Even a lot of children are getting arrested. As you know, you may have read about the Palestinian child prisoner issue, which is a big thing, because why in the world would a child go to jail because of them trying to defend their family, their rights, themselves, or their lands? A lot of children got killed. Like, for example, today a 15-year-old child was killed and murdered by the Israeli occupation. A lot of children were getting arrested in Ya'bad. A lot of people were getting arrested. It's been happening. And as we all know, the world has been going through a pandemic, which is the coronavirus pandemic. And everything has stopped. We cannot go to our schools, our jobs, and everything. Everything has stopped except for the occupation. The occupation has not stopped. We're still living under the occupation. They're still raiding my village. I'm still waking up in the middle of the night on the sound of gas canisters bombing near my window. I have experienced a lot of things. I've seen people getting killed in front of me and my family members. It's traumatizing seeing people that you love getting hurt. And for us to end that, we need to unite. We need to put hand to hand with you guys so we can make the world a world of peace, a world of love, a world of equality and justice, so we can liberate Palestine and make this world a better place.